But I think it's time to talk about the man of the hour. And sadly, I can't talk about this one extensively like I would want to
Yes. Yeah.
because I only gave this one listen. And for me, this project only deserved one listen because I can say right now, this wasn't for me. Danny Brown, Stardust. Let's talk about it, B. I gotta know. How'd you feel about this, B?
Man, I hate to say this about Danny Brown project, bro, but a project where he gets where we'll get as the listener some of his most introspection, talk about his past addictions with alcoholism, other drugs, and how he found his, the love of his life, and that walked him into the best path he can be in right now. He struggled with a lot of the fight, what I'm saying, to like go back to those old ways. But she keeps him and she holds him down. And he worked hard for this, right? And me being a fan of his podcast, he talked about him being sober and things like that, and just the new direction he's in. And a lot of good, like the Cordeca kid that's on here. I think he's like a YouTuber. He makes music on there. That he works with Danny Brown. B, I can't play this no more. I will never play this again. I liked some songs on here. Like I said, the introspection. I like Book of Daniel. I like the intro track. I like Starburst. But when he get too into the poppy elements, the electronic poppy stuff, it just kind of
The
brings me
EDM like
out.
stuff.
Yeah, and with Danny Brown's vocals, you know how he could be like with the beat, it don't feel fresh. It don't feel like it connects well with this production, in my opinion. I don't want to be too close to the mic. And the narration, I don't like the narration like that. It felt a little too teeny poppy with like the direction it was going for. It didn't bring me in. And it's a brokey, just some of the features. And I don't know these people like that. I only know Cordeca just because he was on I'm going to say Joe Budden podcast, on Danny Brown podcast. That's only why I'm familiar with his game. And I think I like one of the songs he was on. It was the more melodic track. I think he produced it. I could be wrong. But overall, B, this was a tough listen. And not because, I'm not used to hearing things like this. It just didn't sit well with me. It didn't sit well with my spirit and how I felt sonically about this album. Maybe if I return back to it, which I said I won't, maybe I like it more. But like sonically, I just couldn't get jiggy with it. I just couldn't. So I will say it wasn't for me. I don't think this is a trash project because especially with a lot of the subject matter on here, it varies. Like he's talking about a lot of things, and like I said, he's more open on this project. But B, I don't know if I can go back to this because there's some stuff on here. I'm just like that production, just you know what I mean. Though B, you heard it. It just didn't. It gave me the. You know what I mean. I was listening. I'm like, and I like Danny, bro, and I'm just like. Cause but yeah, that's all I really gotta say. Like I said, I can't go really into detail with a lot track by track because I've only listened to this once, and this is just our first listen thoughts on this project. So, B, how you feel about this from your first listen and probably only listen?
Yeah, yeah. Thank God. Like I said, going into this project, I didn't know what to expect. The Starburst song was the only song that we heard the single of, and
Hmm.
I don't remember if I think we heard a little bit of it before we shot an
Yeah,
episode one.
I remember I showed you. I
Yeah,
showed it to you.
yeah, that's why I thought I was remember because you showed me the music video for it, and I'm like, all right, this
Hmm.
is cool, but I was like, production wise, it's not for me.
Hmm.
And throughout this project, the album opens up with Book of Daniel. I'm liking the way this is going. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not looking at the track list while I'm listening to the album. I'm looking at
Same.
it every now and then to make sure I want to like the song in the middle of the song. We hit Starburst. I'm like, all right, he's starting off with the single. Okay, cool, cool, cool. But then we get to the actual album itself, and I'm like, I started looking around. I'm like, did I click the right album? I'm like, and some of the features threw me off because I'm like, one, I don't know these features, but two, this sounds like that 2010s era pop, like with
Hmm.
the hooks, the features. Danny Brown rapping on it. This sounds like a very accessible. It's not accessible, but the sound that he goes for on this project is very pop adjacent,
Like
accessible. Because it's
1999
not
was one of
fully.
those.
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. And so going into this, I'm like, is this a Danny Brown album? I'm like, and maybe I was like, because B, right after this album played, the song from Atrocity Exhibition played. I'm like, ooh, I'm like, I like this. I'm like, wait. I'm like, this ain't on this album. I'm like, because I heard this song before, Atrocity Exhibition. I'm like, wow, of course.
A goat
But,
album.
correct, I have it on vinyl. But this right here, I don't know. Like, I agree with you, B. I was echoing a lot of your sentiments. A lot of this just didn't sit right with me because I'm just like, this is a very different sound for Danny. And because it's different doesn't mean it's initially bad, but I'm like, something don't feel right. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
not a good like, you know what, this is making me feel weird. Let me listen to this again. I didn't want to listen to this again because I'm like, okay, I feel like I just listened to a bunch of noise at points.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really attracted me to this album. Danny Brown, not a bad rapper. This man made Triple X. We gotta remember that. He made Old, he made Atrocity Exhibition. Not a bad rapper. But this project right here, I just wasn't feeling it from Danny. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I was like, I could see the appeal of this, but I cannot see a lot of people really liking this like that. I cannot recommend this project. I like Danny Brown. I get it. You want to try something different. You want to, prove your artistry. This one just wasn't for me. Sonically, rapping, I didn't even care about the rapping like that. Because first of all, you got to bring me in with the Sonics. If the Sonics ain't bringing me in, I'm not caring about the rapping. And then he had that one song where the guy went on like a long monologue at the end. Oh, it was
Mm-hmm.
literally called the end. Track 13, 8 minutes and 43 seconds. I'm like, okay, this got to be the end of the album. Another song played after that. I'm like, oh my God.
That's the ode to his fans. All for you.
B. No, it was just too much. I'm like, ah. And what is this? 14 songs, 49 minutes? B, this project felt long too. Pause.
Yeah, it felt long, bro.
I, yeah, I didn't have fun with this. And I hate to say that because it's Danny Brown. He's supposed to be the sporadic, like out there guy. But
Yeah,
this one, I was like, yeah, this one is just too far left field for me,
I
personally.
I I feel that some of the people I see on the timeline, some people don't. I see mixed reviews, and it's the people that I see like it. I'm like, okay, I can see them liking this. You know what I'm saying? If you could understand what I mean. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I always shout out to Danny. I always support Danny Brown, man. I hopefully he does like I don't know if he have already because I probably missed a few months of his podcast, but he usually do recently he be doing like breakdowns and like he'll have like the artists and the producers, people that worked on the album. He did like a whole thing and they talk about the album like he did for his last album, which I enjoyed. So if he do that, I might check this out just to get some of the ideas, some of the direction of this album, and maybe give me more proper context. And maybe if I go back and have a different listening experience. But other than that, man, I don't know if I'll go back. I don't know. It's some of the stuff on here was just like it wasn't even like jarring. It was just like I just don't like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like this poppy sound. Like this. Like it gives you like a old like anime in a like
AMV, that's what it is. It
yeah,
sounds like
that's it,
AMV
yeah,
music. That's
yeah,
what it
bro,
is. I
yeah,
forgot that
bro.
because I was like, some of the beats on here, I'm like, this sounds like something Pink Panther should be sounding on. Dance
Yeah,
Dance
man, it was
Revolution music. I'm like, what are we
yeah,
doing?
man. Feel like I was in a goddamn what they call them what they call them when you put all the games there arcade. You know what I'm saying? Like it just sounds everywhere, man. Different video game sounds and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, B.
Sadly, a lot of the publicity around this album was surrounded by the response that Peggy, JPEG Mafia gave to
Oh
Danny
yeah,
Brown
yeah.
about the whole album thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So yeah, that
Yeah.
is what it is. But yeah, I will be waiting for Scaring the H Words too, though, if that comes out. I
I
definitely
actually
enjoyed
got
that more. I honestly thought I was gonna get more of that type of music on here.
I actually got a cassette recently. I think it was like a few weeks ago. The cassette for the deluxe version of Scaring the Hose. I got like
Mm.
I got a fuck my bad. I got a freaking vinyl of that and I got a cassette. It's like orange. It's like I think it's the director's cut or something like that.
Yeah,
But
the
yeah.
Reckless Cut was one that recently came out.
Yeah, I got that.
I didn't listen to it though because I'm just like, there's too many renditions of this album.
Yeah, I didn't listen
You
to it
got the
either.
DLC pack, you got the original. I'm like,
Mhm.
all right.
Yeah.
But let us know if y'all have listened to it, if y'all have not, or if you're going to listen to it. Let us know in the comment section down below because I don't think we have anything else to really add to this conversation.
Not at all. Shout out to Danny though.
Oh yeah, shout out to Danny Brown, blog era legend.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.